People Station V103. The ATL's number one for hip-hop and R&B. We saw him walking down the hall. It is one of the most famous sound bites that we use on this show. If you've ever listened to the show, then you know this sound bite.
I asked you, have you ever seen a picture of his daddy?
No, I have not.
Have you ever heard a story about his daddy? And that don't bother you? Huh?
Dick Gregory, the legend, is in the building. How you doing, sir?
I'm fantastic and getting better. Just having fun.
You know, you're going to be at Uptown this week. Tonight, how many shows?
Tonight.
Just tonight, one time?
No, I was here last night.
Yeah.
Tonight, 2 shows. Tomorrow night, 2 shows. And then Sunday night.
Wow. You know, you have one of the most popular, your YouTube videos. People want to hear what you have to say. I just showed you the front cover of our AJC with that bomb. They said the biggest bomb ever, and I want to get your thoughts on that.
No, it happened out of here. See, a black man have embarrassed white folks all over the world. He walking around with something in his pocket can level a bridge. I mean, think about that. And one of my researchers used a satellite. He don't know I know he government, but he said that 35 minutes after it happened, they had cleaned all that stuff up.
What was up under that bridge?
It wasn't nothing. It was probably a terrorist attack.
Really?
Terrorist attack. Y'all would have lost billions of dollars this Easter weekend because people wouldn't have came. Okay, but just common sense, I mean, are you serious? I mean, nobody got hurt. Nobody went to the drug unit and said, you know about this black guy walking around with this stuff and this? Oh, we never heard of it. That's the game. So that's what happened on the United Airlines plane. It was more to it than that.
What do you think it was?
Huh?
What do you think it was? What was behind all of it?
No, he probably knew something that the government didn't want him to know. When this show was over, Google 74 NASA scientists that's been murdered. They called it suicide, and the guy did the research and wrote the article, says the worst cover-up in the history of the planet. Because if you understand why they killed him, then you understand Trump. See, we never landed on the moon. NASA scientists know we ain't landed on the moon. So these decided that they was going to break away and find a little radio system to tell the world that we ain't never been on the moon. So when a guy called me up to tell me that the moon is a dark planet, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, that reflection you see come from the sun. There is no wind on the moon, so why was the American flag moving? They took that in Arizona, okay? So when you stop and think and just look, one step for man, one step for mankind.
Right.
If you knew that case, we are humankind. The real ones know that. So they was talking about themselves. And said, well, let's salute them. So that's what that's about. And so when you stop and think, if they'll lie to me about the moon and I can't see it, what else do you think they're gonna lie to you about? So this is a game. See the rhythm. An earthquake hit here. I got a friend of mine, man, they can pick it up all over, and the guy who do that is a black man.
Okay.
All over the world, pick up the rumble. So how come they didn't pick up a rumble on that? How come they didn't pick up a rumble on that? I mean, you can hear a car backfiring, we can hear it in here.
Right.
But that's the game they play. That's what they call white supremacy.
Wow.
Okay?
Do we need to look at everything that we see in print in a different way
you
now?
You don't need to look. You're not qualified. That's not your business. That's white folk business. I got a system that know every football, basketball that's going to be tricked. That's their game. That's how the CIA make their money. A friend of mine made on the Super Bowl $141 million because they knew the trick. And you can figure it out when you looked at the Super Bowl 2 years ago when they played North Carolina.
The Panthers and the Broncos.
First, here's a white boy that's under criminal investigation. He's getting ready to retire. He's nothing but a thug. And they're not gonna let him go out like that. So here you got a brother, North Carolina, outrun God with a football. Right. Did you see that game where they stopped it 8 times to tighten up the cleats because they put something in the grass and something in the cleats and made them slip? That's what this is about. I mean, this is not your business. The Jews in Germany didn't make like they knew what Hitler was going to do. You think you know what this punk going to do? He's not.
You know what? Last year, I started noticing, like, we would be driving in the car, and we see, like, a train go by, and we see all these military vehicles coming to Atlanta. Like, I mean, and I'm like, what is all that about? Yesterday, same thing. We seeing so much military equipment, and I'm like, what is all of this stuff about? Like, I'm paying attention, and nothing's being said.
That's because you got a 4 or 7 in your birth chart. What day you born?
What day I was born? October the 11th.
11, October 10, 11, 2. What year you born?
65.
65. Yeah, that's your psychic power. Put the moles and birthmarks on your body. Listen to it. You know, I got a grandson that my wife and his mother, they thought something was wrong with him mentally. So they be whispering. And so I'm driving with my wife. She ain't never drove a car. You know, rich white folks. Years had chauffeurs, because every time you drive a car, your brain processes 10,000 bits of information every hour. So if 30,000 people drive to the Ford plant, you can get a messed up car. But you got 30,000 people on that first shift. That's tired. You understand?
9:46 right now. He is going to be live. How many shows tonight, Baller? 2 shows?
2.
8 and 10:30? And 2 tomorrow, 8 and 10:30, the legendary Dick Gregory. We had to get you in here. We know you didn't have, schedule, but we had to.
Well, I thank you much. Thank you.
And we
Listen
appreciate
to your rhythm here. It's very important.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
what?
do that.
And so, like I said, my grandson was in the car, and he said, "Granddad, you hear that train?" And I said, I guess I do. I don't know. He said, "Train's about 150 miles from here." Oh, Granddad, he's going 10 miles over the speed. Oh, no, he's on 40 miles over the speed limit. That's what the God sent us. That's our children. And we think we can teach them. They don't need to listen to you. My mama told me Santa Claus was a white boy. What I want to listen to her for? All they know how to do is cook stuff that's going to kill you. Oh, nobody teach food to the pie like. You can take collard greens and cure any form of cancer, anything that's wrong with you, but you're not supposed to cook them. Okay, when you cook them, you take your hand and put it in the deep freeze and put the other one and boil in hot water. Both your hands are destroyed. Okay, and so when you stop and think about, that whole piece is there. Just leave it alone. If the universal God that put the universe together haven't been back since, so anything that's here since that God's been gone ain't real. Ain't no such thing as lights and stuff. That's why they called it moonshine. They had to make it when the moon was the full moon.
Right.
Your birthday's
9:47.
October 12th.
Huh?
Your birthday's October 12th.
12th.
See that? That's that.
Yeah, no, but see, but what mine was, to come up black, born 1932 in America, and October the 12th,
And I'm
the
October
school shut
11th.
down for Columbus' birthday, but I made myself think it was for me. I walked down the streets, I was so happy. I said, "Wow, man, y'all out for me." Then I looked up Gregory in the big book with the white folk. My mom worked for rich white folks. They 12 Gregory was Pope, and one was the inventor of the telescope. So I said, "Come on, let me see what you're going to do." And that's how it happens.
There you go. Now
That Libra power.
it's going down. 9:48, Dick Gregory. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate the time.
Love you.
V103.